What's up, everybody? So for me on Sundays, I like to cook a big meal that I can eat throughout the week. So today what we are cooking is a Puerto Rican style bean steak and potato dish. So let me turn the camera around and show you guys the ingredients. So we got 3 potatoes, a cup of beans, a cup of bell peppers, a half a cup of onions, a little bit of steak that we're gonna fry up with it, a jalapeno, some bone broth. We also got a little bit of salt and some granulated garlic that we're gonna add into it. So let me get all this stuff chopped up and I'll get back to you guys and we'll talk about how we're gonna cook it. Okay, so for the jalapeno, we're gonna dice it up so we can get a lot of the flavor out of it in the pan. If you guys don't like spicy food, feel free to go half on the jalapeno or de-seed it, but at least get some of that flavor out of it. Don't forget to wash your hands before you touch anything after dicing the jalapeno. Alright, so we got our jalapeno diced up. Then we got some potatoes to cut. So the potatoes, I'm gonna do them by chopping them in thirds, and then chopping each of those thirds in thirds. And then looking for like 1/2-inch cubes down the potato. So the steak we chopped up kind of fine. It's leftover, so I'm going to use it as fried up and use it as a little bit of crispiness in this. And first things first, we're going to get the potatoes washed. Alright, so for the potatoes, what we're doing with the potatoes is kind of making like a crouton. So we're going to put the potatoes in the oven at 450 for about 45 minutes. But first we want to wash all the starch off the potatoes. Make sure they get that nice crispy skin on the outside. So to wash potatoes, you just want to fill it with cold water. Stir them around, see how the water gets kind of cloudy, and then drain them out and repeat that process until clear. Alright y'all, so after we wash potatoes, we want to dry them off. So my favorite thing to dry off the potatoes easily is dump them all in a kitchen towel, and then just take the kitchen towel and just roll them back and forth in there for a few minutes until they're dry. Alright, once we've dried off the potatoes, I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of olive oil, drizzle it over the potatoes, and then personally I like to use Tony's as just a go-to spice for potatoes, so I'm just going to put Tony's on top of them. Take my wooden spoon, mix them around, get everything coated up. And we are ready to toss them on a baking tray. Toss them in the oven at 450. Guys, so 2 things about the potatoes. I really want the potatoes to be brown and crispy, but I really hate when they get burnt on the bottom. So I take another baking tray and I kind of shield the bottom of my pan from the heating element. And then they're just spread around enough to where they're kind of touching, but they all have their own room to bake. So next, we are going to saute the steak, bell peppers, jalapeno, and onions together. So I'm gonna start with the steak because I like my steak to be extra crispy and I like to do everything in one pot. So I'm gonna use this crock pot or this Instant Pot. So we will set it to saute, wherever the fuck that is. Ah, got it. Gonna add a tablespoon of olive oil for the base. And then I'm gonna start with the steak, make it extra crispy. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of garlic on top. Give it a little bit more of a garlicky flavor. And then from here, the next things I'm gonna throw in, once the meat browns, is I'm gonna put in the frozen veggies. So the bell pepper and the onion came frozen. And then last but not least, I'm gonna put in the jalapeno. And once everything's browned and the onions are translucent, I'm gonna pull everything out and then cook the beans in this pressure cooker for about 20 minutes. So I got that sizzle going. We got some brown crispy bits starting to appear on the edges of the refried steak. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and dump the frozen veggies in because I know they're gonna have to cook a little bit longer. I don't wanna burn the steak. So put the onion in there. Some green bell pepper in there. Cook all this up. So once everything looks like it's no longer frozen and the onions are just starting to become translucent, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the jalapenos because I do want to cook out some of the spiciness and get some of those good jalapeno flavors out in the oil. Alright, that looks about right. Okay. Jalapenos are in. Both my hands are now covered in spicy sauce. Alright, so we're gonna stir fry all this up, or saute all this up, get everything a little browned, and then I'm gonna pull this out and cook the beans in this pot with some bone broth. The steak is done sauteing, so we're gonna do black beans. I got this bone broth from Albertsons. And we need just enough to cover the beans up. Just gonna get the bottom of that pan nice and clean too. So a little bit more. And then we will slap the lid on it. We got some beans rolling. I'm gonna do 25 minutes for the black beans. And we got 30 minutes left on the potatoes. So I'm gonna go lay on the couch. All right, so potato update. They browned up nicely. I wanna get them a little more brown on the top. So I'm just gonna broil them for about 7-8 minutes. All right, y'all. Saute is done. Potatoes are nice and roasted. Beans are done. So we're gonna combine it all in one pan or in one pot and then mix it up and eat it. All right, there we go. We got Puerto Rican beans, potatoes, with a little bit of refried steak and some bell peppers, onions, garlic. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt just because I like my things extra salty. Mix it up, eat it. I don't know how many this serves. If you guys are normal, I'm gonna eat this whole bowl and then go pass out. So, see you.